Hello, everyone, and welcome back to Learn English with Emma. My name is Emma. Today, I want to talk about my first day in London. Listen carefully, learn some useful English, and enjoy the story. So, let's begin. It was a beautiful summer morning when I arrived in London. I was very excited, but I was also nervous. It was my first time in London. Everything looked new to me. The streets were busy, the buses were everywhere, and people were walking quickly. I looked around and smiled. I had dreamed about visiting London for a long time, and finally, I was there. But I had one problem. My English was not very good. I could understand simple English, but speaking was difficult for me. When people spoke quickly, I became nervous. I told myself, Emma, don't be afraid. You came here to learn English. After arriving at my new home, I decided to walk around the neighborhood. I saw a small cafe and decided to go inside. A waiter smiled and asked, "What would you like?" I looked at the menu and said, "I would like a coffee, please." "Sure," he said. I sat near the window and waited for my coffee. It was a very simple conversation, but I felt proud of myself. I realized something important. I didn't need perfect English to speak. I just needed to try. The next morning was my first day at English school. I was excited and nervous. When I entered the classroom, I saw students from different countries. Soon, our teacher came into the room. "Good morning, everyone," she said. "Good morning," we replied. She asked us to introduce ourselves. When it was my turn, I stood up and said, "My name is Emma. I am from Italy. I am here to improve my English." My voice was a little nervous, but I finished. The teacher smiled and said, "Very good, Emma." I felt happy. During the lesson, we practiced speaking about our families, hobbies, and daily lives. Our teacher told us something very important. Don't be afraid of making mistakes. Mistakes are part of learning. I really liked her advice. During the break, I met another student named Anna. She asked, "Where are you from?" "I'm from Italy," I answered. "Nice to meet you." "Nice to meet you too." We started talking about our countries and our reasons for learning English. Our English was not perfect, but we understood each other. After school, I went home and thought about my day. I decided to practice English every day. I would read English books, listen to English, learn new words, and speak whenever I had the chance. I knew I would make mistakes. I knew learning English would take time, but I also knew that every small step would make me better. That evening, I looked out of my window and smiled. My first day in London had been difficult, but it had also been wonderful. I had spoken English with a waiter. I had introduced myself to my teacher. I had made a new friend. And most importantly, I had become a little more confident. That was only my first day in London, but it was the beginning of a new journey. Remember, you don't need perfect English to start speaking. You just need courage and practice. Thank you for listening. Keep practicing your English every day. Listen, repeat, speak. And don't be afraid of mistakes. I'll see you in the next story. Goodbye, and keep learning.